Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to our today's, free training. But first of all, happy Valentine's Day. And I am very honored that you have chosen to spend a few hours with me on a special day like this, because, we have our own way of managing things and times. And first but not the least, I think you guys are seeing this in the opposite way, like mirror image, but this is um, you know, this is like a card that Muhammad made for Ira this morning to wish her happy birthday, Valentine's Day. So, you guys, this is really 5 years ago. It was unbelievable for me because he had no facial expression, he had no understanding, he had nothing. So, my son is on the spectrum. He was diagnosed with severe autism. He was nonverbal, non-communicative. He could not sleep, eat, poop. He could not hold food or water bottle. We had to feed him. He could not chew. He could not climb stairs. He could not kick a ball. Pretty much, he could just sit in one corner and have blank expression. So let me know in the comments if this is resonating with you. If your kid on the spectrum shares these, struggles, happy Valentine's Day to you too, Sonia. So we are gonna help you understand how to overcome those things. And today is the most special one free training that I have ever made, because I have decided this year that we are gonna help as much. So let's say like 5,000. That's my target. 5,000 parents to help their child overcome the struggles of autism. So what do we do actually? Are we trying to cure autism? No, we're not trying to do that. What we're trying to do is, if your child is unable to speak, unable to communicate, unable to live their life as age appropriately, then you need to work on your child. And that's what we are gonna help you understand, okay, and teach you. And by the way, you guys have to stay until the end, because at the end, I'm gonna share the exclusive PDFs that I have made for you guys with step-by-step instructions for the 5 pillars, okay? So yeah, stay until the end, because otherwise you will not be able to have those things. I'm gonna start sharing my screen with you guys so that we can move on with the presentation. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask, and just have your videos on. Sometimes you're not being recorded, by the way. Your face is not being recorded. Only my face is being recorded. But when I see faces, it actually helps me teach better. I am a visual person. If I don't see, I feel like I'm just talking in the air. And when I see faces, like expressions, like nodding, I can understand that, okay, it is hitting the point, okay, hitting the mark. Because I want to make sure that every single one of you understand why we are here and learn everything. So yeah, let's jump right into it without further ado. So we are going to talk about the 6MD program today, okay? So this training is for you if you believe that your child on the spectrum does not deserve to be labeled disabled. You don't want to waste any more time on, therapies or any other drugs or any other treatments that is not working for you. Homeopathy, biomedical. We're going to do a little bit of deep dive on that soon in this program, in this, training today. If you want to see your child achieve developmental milestones by this year, this is also the right training for you. And you are also a fan of our, protocol, the way that I teach, the way that you see our students get results and whatnot, okay? So if you are ready, this is exactly where you should be present. So you are in the right space. By the way, you are not in the right space. This training is not for you if you are somebody who thinks that just manage the problem. If your child is not sleeping, give him a melatonin. If your child is headbanging, let him break things and things like that, okay? So if you are somebody, or you're being told by the doctors that you have nothing to do, only just manage. So you have to accept your child the way he is and let him just be. If you are somebody who agrees with that, then this training is also not for you, because this training is specifically for the moms who do not accept that their child should be suffering in any shape or form, who believe that their child deserves to be healthy, happy, and joyful. Okay. All right. So this training is also not for you if you want complicated problems. So complicated solutions. So for example, there are many people who try several different programs in the same go. They try GAPS, they try homeo, they try naturopath, like several different things. Then also this is not going to work for you, because I always request all of my students, whether it's the mini course, which is the smallest course that we have, or whether it's 6MD, which is the biggest, brightest of them all. Okay, I always request my students to please do not do any other thing, because this program, excuse me, this program is the most complete out there, because it was made by a mother who was going through the exact same struggles as you are going through with all the developmental stages. Okay, so this is very simple. The protocol that I'm going to teach you today, it's very simple. It might sound like, oh my God, it's too easy. But the hard part is to work on your mindset to overcome that life can be easy. Okay, life can be easy. And also, if you are not ready to do the work, then also you will be in a big trouble, because the protocol that I'm going to teach you today is easy. It is effortless, but easy doesn't mean you do not have to do anything. You have to still work on it, right? Okay, so this is one of the our students, response from one Ramadan to another. The reason I'm sharing this a little bit with you guys is because I want you to see how this Ramadan, because you are gonna hit Ramadan in like 2 weeks, right? So you will see the change in your child, whether you are on the DIY version or you are the students, because we do have some of our students present in today's training also. Wherever you are, you will see the change. Okay. So as you can see, she has mentioned that he even stood and followed directions for prayers. He was interested in eating all the foods. He was counting words, talking in sentences, and all of those things. It's been a crazy month because of Ramadan, but everybody in Anila's household have seen the differences from last Ramadan to the Ramadan that she was talking about. Okay, so if you are ready to change your child's future from this Ramadan to the next, this is also the right place for you. So the 3 things that you're going to learn today is, number 1, I'm going to teach you the 5 pillars of autism success. So this is a trademarked, copyrighted version of my protocol that I have accumulated, that I have cherry picked, and I have made it easy to follow, because I'm somebody who do not like complications. I do not like complications. I do not like over testing, but we do advise sometimes people to do some of the testing. And by the way, if you are somebody who joins the program, if you feel like you will join the program from this webinar, then I'm going to also give you free testing on my own, just to give you a little bit of extra support as well. So that is something that you're going to learn. The second thing that you're going to learn, that how diet and detox, and I'm going to give you specific PDFs and strategies to work with both the diet. You will get meal plan, you will get picky eating guide, you will get cooking guide, and all of those things to really hone in and be expert in the diet part of the pillar. And something that I have never done before, I have shared videos on detox, but I have not given like a real PDF, like a step-by-step detox plan for you guys. I'm going to give that detox plan as well, the end of the presentation. So yeah, stay until the end. The third thing that you're going to learn is how your mindset and energetics affect your child's results. Okay. And in some point, I will ask Azra, who's also on our team, who teaches our students, to give like 2 or 3 minutes on how her mindset have affected the way she was progressing. Because 2 years ago, 1 year ago, she was in that same position as you are right now. Okay. So like I was saying, you will get several PDFs at the end. You will get the strategies in the DIY protocol itself, and you will get all of these things. So stay until the end, okay? So what do we do? What does Autism Success Academy and Dr. T and her coach team does? We help autism mom go from stressed to blessed and help them become the expert of their autism child. So each and every single one of our students become the expert of their child. They no longer are dependent on the school system. They are no longer dependent on in-laws. They are no longer dependent on doctors, governments, anything for their life and their child's life. You get the power back. You learn how to turn around autism. You learn how to turn around your own life. Okay? That is our promise. And by 6 months, inshallah, 6MD students get about 35 to 50% improvement. That is freaking awesome. Okay? So this woman here is me. If you don't know me, if you have just now come from, all the other places that I've shared, we do work in Instagram and Facebook and YouTube as well. So this is who I am, a little bit of my background. I am not your average autism mom, okay? I have a PhD in natural medicine. I'm a pharmacist by profession. I have been teaching. I have been researching. I am also a research scientist. I have published several dozens of articles, and I also worked as a reviewer of research. So when I am saying something that is research back, I have made a different sort of research. So a lot of you guys might research on the internet, like, at 3 a.m. going through Google Scholars documents, or maybe just reading articles. But there is a difference. Not all scientific research is actually made equal. There are changes, okay? And so far, we have worked with over 380 students, alhamdulillah. And we are counting. We are looking for more. So now more than ever, autism is just a diagnosis, and you can revert severity and problems by helping your child's brain to develop. So how do you develop the brain? This morning also, I got like a few DMs. There was one mother asking me, what's the supplement that helps with speech? And I was like, I was kind of laughing. At the same time, I was sad for that mother and those who think that a few supplements can actually help your child do all of those things. No. Supplements are supplemental. Supplement will support nutrition if they're of the right kind, by the way. Most of the supplements that you are using, those are made of synthetic chemicals, okay? So you need to also use supplements which are appropriate for the body, which are made of fruits and vegetables so that the body can accept those things, okay? And the 5 pillars that I'm going to teach you, those 5 pillars, when you implement properly, is going to help with the brain development. And when your child's brain develops according to his age, then your child is going to start talking, having communication, having socialization, sleeping on time, nice mood, every single thing. And your child will be able to achieve all the age-appropriate milestones, inshallah, on time. Okay? So neurodevelopmental delays are recoverable. You can recover your child's delays, okay? When you work on the gut and the brain with the right mindset. So why do I say that our program is the best? Everybody says their program is the best, I know, but our results is going to speak more than what I am talking about. The main reason is we just don't focus on 1, 2, or 3 things. For example, homeopathy and other biomedical people, they specifically follow a few parts of the whole puzzle, okay? But I work with the all part of the puzzle because I don't like half-baked items. I love fully baked, nicely palatable desserts, okay? So that is what I'm going to teach you today. And I am done. 5 years ago, I was done waiting for therapists and doctors. Is there anybody in the group here? Please let me know in the chat. Are you done with waiting for therapies and doctors and school teachers and special eds and IEP? Anybody let me know in the chat, okay? So please keep your chats coming on. Let me know how you are feeling, whether these things are working for you, you are understanding or not. Because when you are active, you are also receptive. If you just sit at a corner and then just listen to me, most of the information is going to be lost. Okay. So be active, be active. So I do see some comments here. So Zain says, I'm done. Samra says, yes, I am also done. Sanya says, done, done, done. Teresa says, done. Exactly. So if you guys are done, let's show you how you can be undone. Okay. All right. So I was a suicidal mess, clinically depressed, very few, very much having a lot of struggles with family. I was a newly immigrant from Bangladesh to Canada. Okay. New immigrant. So a lot of you guys stay up abroad, I know, but you also know the immigrant life is so tough. The governments and the new governments everywhere, whether you are in US with Trump, or you are in Canada with Trudeau, or you are in India with, what is the name of that guy? I forgot his name. Anywhere in the world that you are, the government is like how to say, like it's the Tuesday always on you, where you are feeling that you are helpless. You are not on the right track. Okay, I was there as well. The first thing that I always work on and help and request our students or even our followers is to work on your mindset. Okay, because when you work on your emotional stability, you will have the clarity. When you have the emotional stability, you will have the clarity to take the next important right step. A lot of the time we do take a lot of steps, but those are not right, right? A lot of the time we do take steps, but they are on the wrong directions because we don't know which direction is the right direction. And I get you. I am saying do this, another influencer saying do that, another doctor saying do that. You guys must be really, effed up, freaked out, stressed out. So how do you know which person to follow? Here's one thing. Everybody close your eyes. I'm going to teach you something. Okay, everybody close your eyes. I don't just give fluff, fluff, fluff. I give a lot of value, okay? So keep your eyes, close your eyes, take deep breaths. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Make sound when you are passing out the exhalation, because that will help with vagus nerve, okay? And now connect with your body. Put one hand on your heart and another one on your womb area where your child was there. Okay, one on your heart, another on your womb. So you are connecting your heart chakra with your sacral chakra. Okay, both are connected to where you are supposed to be, and it is gonna guide you where you want to go. So now ask yourself, is your doctor giving you the right support? If there is a yes, you will feel expanded, like you feel like relax. You feel like your body has grown bigger. If you feel the answer is no, you will feel shrunken. You will feel like constricted. You will feel your heart constricts. So think about your therapist. Are they giving you the right direction? Yes or no? The other influencers that you follow, are they giving you the complete direction, the right direction, specifically for your benefit, not for their benefit only? So you can open your eyes now. Now you know how your body reacts to answers and questions, okay? So now I have given you a little bit of a understanding on how to take decisions or understand your current situation based on your instinct. Everybody in the world, even I am a chatter, okay? I am a noise in your head. You have to discern which noise is the one that you're gonna hear. Okay? You are gonna discern, you're gonna separate out which one you're gonna listen. And your child could be like that, just like Muhammad is sitting on my lap. Okay? There was a time when I could not take any photos of him. He would run away, he would elope. There was a lot of thing going on with this guy. Okay. So, like I said, you're going to learn the 5 pillars. I'm going to teach you the diet and detox part and also the energetics of your mindset affecting your child. So moving on to the 5 pillars, okay? So what are the 5 pillars? If you are a student or if you are somebody who have been following me for a while, you know the 5 pillars. They are number 1, your inner work and mindset. Why is it important? Because mindset helps you to work wisely. Your mindset affects your decision making. And what you decide is what you get in your life, okay? Pillar 2 is gut-brain healing diet. It helps with brain development, and whatever helps with the brain development helps with speech, communication, and all the things that you want in your child, okay? Number 3 is gentle yet effective detox. So why is detox important? It reduces sensory issues. It supports brain development. It supports with learning, with education, with talking, with understanding commands and advices and things like that. Okay. Number 4 is holistic lifestyle. So lifestyle, if it is the holistic way, it supports and prevents regression. Okay. It prevents regression. Pillar 5, need-based parenting. It will help you understand your kid. Just like you see a glass of water from the outside, if the water is in a glass container, you can see it from outside. If you get the right need-based parenting or understanding, you're going to understand the need of your child pretty much just like you see in the, glass container, okay? So if you are currently using whatever you are currently using, so for example, therapies, have they helped, really helped? Very few people have ever said, I am happy with the therapies, and only when the child might not have a lot of difficulties. Okay. So when you see influencers or therapists or people who are like, they were autism mom, but then they turned into therapists, they share that therapy have changed their child's life. I would say probably because number 1, the child did not have severe struggles like most of our kids are having. Because therapy uses a technique which is like monkey training. They are trying to make your child memorize certain words or certain gestures, certain behaviors. And here's the thing. To be a human being, to be a fully functional human being, even just moderately functional human being, you cannot teach all the things to a human being. Like memorize. You cannot memorize. If somebody asks me A, I'm going to answer in B. If somebody does C, I'm going to do Z, right? It's not possible. So that is the limitation. The severe limitation of therapies is, first of all, they believe in the notion that once your child is diagnosed, it is permanent, the brain does not develop. That is the notion of therapies. And by the way, the brain is neuroplastic. That means it is like plastic. You can reform it, you can reshape it, okay? And it has very little response. A lot of the time, many people waste not just money. The most precious thing is not money. You can get back money. What is the most precious resource on earth? Let me know in the chat. What is the most precious response? I think somebody responded. Time. Time. Exactly, Lorena, Sania, Jasper, Zain. Time. Harun. Time is the most expensive resources. Okay. Most expensive. You cannot get back time with just anything. Okay. But here's one thing that I want to say. A lot of the parents who join our 6NB program, they often say, like, the results that I have found in just 6 months, I have never seen this in the last 1 year, 2 year, or even 6 years. Because sometimes we do work with kids older, like 10, 12 years old, older. And they're like, I have seen results in just 6 months that I have never seen in the last 5, 6, or even 10 years of therapies, of biomedical, of all of those things. So yes, you can shrink down time also if you use the right system. Just saying, okay? All right, so if you are somebody who have tried biomedical or is thinking of biomedical, please remember biomedical uses a lot of chemicals, a lot of toxins. Yes, The supplements, most of the supplements, like 98%, 99% of the supplements that biomedical people uses are derived from chemicals, are synthetic. And they overuse supplements. If you understand human body a little bit at least, you will know that there are millions of reactions going on inside the body every single time. How many of the chemical imbalance can you target and resolve with just supplements? Have you guys thought about it? How many? How many heavy metals can you avoid? The only way you can totally avoid chemical is to go, I don't know what part of the earth is now pollution free. You go to a part which is pollution free. You grow your own vegetables, your own grains, every single thing. You use mortar pestle to grind your spices and do everything like that. Maybe that is the only time you could get chemical free, toxin free products and stuff like that. For about 99.99% of humanity, it is not possible to leave their job and life wherever they are and go back to that life. So what can we do? What we can do is we understand and find out ways that we can do things on our own with the resources that we currently have. Okay? Because when I started the journey, I did not have a lot of resources. The best thing that I had was education, which many of our mothers or fathers don't have, because they're not scientists, they're not pharmacists, right? And that's not your fault. You didn't want to be a pharmacist. You wanted to be I don't know, what did you want to be? You wanted to be something else. So you became something else. So that knowledge is our prerogative. It's my gift to you of showing you what is possible, what is not. Okay. And many parents actually get bankrupt and then they get broken. They start believing that nothing is going to be possible. Another thing, sometimes people messages me is about stem cell. Please don't even think about it. It's just a waste of everything. It is extremely expensive. It's a lot like you are trying to change genes from outside and then turn into something else. So the caveat is this: autism is not genetic. If it was genetic, like I always say, you would be autistic as well. How many moms and fathers are autistic themselves? Anybody in your family who's autistic? Very few people will say that they are also on the spectrum. Like me, I am also on the spectrum, and my son was also on the spectrum. But here's the thing. Not all three of my kids are on the spectrum. Only one of them is on the spectrum. And I do see sometimes parents and moms whose multiple kids are on the spectrum. And that happens when the mother did not go through proper nutrition. She had a lot of her own stress, her own lifestyle problems that she has been going through, not enough support from the world, from her loved ones. And then there could be a lot of traumas going on. Okay. So you cannot change genes, at least with the knowledge that we have right now. You're going to spend 10,000 and your child is only going to be able to eat apples instead of junk. That's not enough. You can do that without even spending any money, okay? Because I'm going to teach you how you can do the detox with the right way. So homeopathy, is there anybody who tried homeopathy? Many of us do try homeopathy. It doesn't work as well because the focus of homeopathy is to remove toxin with toxin. Yes, there are people who have tried homeopathy. So to remove toxins with toxin is how the homeopathy works or thinks. And people believe this because homeopathy has been before allopathy, which is modern medicine, right? My mother, all throughout my childhood, kept on giving me homeopathy medicine, but they rarely worked. They rarely worked for me. I was made to suffer with sinusitis for several years until I just got angry. And then I told my parents that please just get me a surgery because I cannot breathe. Every single spring and winter would be hard for me to breathe and all of those things, okay? And another most important thing, it does not address the diet in any shape or form. I have never heard any homeopathic practitioner telling the parents that change the food, do this and that. So that is something that is also lacking, because you have to change the diet. You have to do detox. Homeopathy works on detox. A lot of the thing that naturopaths do also just focuses on detox. Okay, but it does not focus on the other important things that is necessary. So first of all, the most important thing that I'm going to teach you today is the autism diet, which is our version of a GFCF, or grain-free, casein-free diet. You know GFCF as gluten-free, casein-free diet. My version of GFCF is grain-free and casein-free. And we have over 500, because 380 are my main students, like the full program students. Okay, I have smaller programs also, like summer school, winter school, mini course. So anybody and everybody who have ever tried grain-free for at least a few weeks have told me that I have seen results that I haven't seen with just gluten-free. Because grains are sprayed with a lot of pesticides, even though they are gluten-free grains, but they're still with pesticide. They still have a lot of chemicals, glyphosate, which affects the brain and the gut readily right away. Okay, and your child cannot digest the starches a lot, which also creates a lot of morphine type chemicals in the brain. Okay, so the one that we teach is grain-free and casein-free. So casein-free means you can give your child butter, ghee, and yogurt, but with yogurt also you have to be a little careful, because some kids I have seen, they react with yogurt as well. So how do you know your child is reacting? You choose one food at a time. So let's say today you want to check if egg is the culprit of your child's behavior issue. Okay, so you give your child eggs, but you keep all the other food that you know for sure is not reacting to him or her. Okay, the next day you see for reaction. If your child shows regressive reaction, so for example, today he didn't eat egg until dinner, you gave one egg in the dinner, and tomorrow morning he's cranky, angry, or upset, then you know that the egg was the culprit, because you did not keep in a lot of factors. You just take one factor and you check whether that factor is the one disturbing your child's gut or not. Because here's the thing, when you eat something that is not sitting well on you, you're not going to function well. You are what you eat. Okay, so you have to do the grain-free for 2 to 3 months on the DIY version. When students join us, we keep them grain-free for 1 month, because we want to give them like 50% improvement in 6 months, right? And the students are also always under supervision with me and my full team. So if you are doing the DIY version, then please keep your child 2 to 3 months on the grain-free, 100% grain-free, and then move to a deeper gut healing diet part. So which is our 6 stages. So I am not sure if you guys know this. I have made 2 videos about the 5 stages of our diet. Okay, it's in YouTube. I will also send you the links. If you have registered for the for today's session, I will also email you the links, and the links are also in your PDFs. So you are taken care of. Don't worry. So those 5 stages are quite like gaps. So gaps, if you try on your own, many people fails at it, because by the way, I failed at gaps as well, very badly, because gaps is not for the faint-hearted. Okay, gaps diet is not for the faint-hearted. GAPS diet works if your child likes liquid things, or if your child likes softer food, or if your child likes soupy kind of texture. If your child is very adamant about crunchy things, which happens due to sensory issues, and without doing the proper deep detox that is necessary, you will not be able to give your child broth-based diet. So another thing you have to understand, you can DIY to an extent, but after that, you do need a lot of specific support from professionals who know what they're talking about, okay? Because you are not the full knowledgeable yet. You will be when you get the proper knowledge given to you in stages, okay? All right, so any stage that you are doing, which you can just buy a GAPS book if you don't have it, or just go to your book and you can go through the stages 1 to 6. But when we do it, we don't do exactly what is being taught in the book. What we do is we customize every single thing based on the child's problems. So for example, if your child cannot take liquids, what we do is we move them to another stage, and we combine stages also. Sometimes we combine stages. So for example, when the child is at home, the child goes through the stage 1 and 2, like broad-based diet. But when the child is going to school, that's when the child is getting, let's say, solid food or food that he is going to eat. Because otherwise, your child is not going to eat the soup that you sent. He's going to eat the pizza or the pasta or the whatever bib that you're that the other kids are eating in their school, right? Understood? Anybody have any questions about it? So diet, also, here's another thing, very important. Very recent, pretty recently, there has been a lot of explosion of researches working on diet. But when I first started 5 years ago, there were a handful of researches to work through. Okay, very few researches that said, yes, diet affects the brain development, diet affects this and that. If you're just waiting for research to prove a point, you are going to waste time. Because as a scientist myself, when I was doing my PhD, I had to first learn how to do literature review, how to actually read a research and understand whether I'm understanding the information or not, whether the researchers have made up the information or not. Trust me, people do make up their results. Because when a research team is trying to do their work, they need funds, and funds comes from bigger people, from big corporations, from pharmaceutical companies, from corporations, and from governments and things like that. So when I am funding you, I'm going to make sure that my intention is fulfilled, right? Right? So you cannot always rely on research as well. So a few researches that I have found out that does work, I have given the examples there. You can go through that and you can do your work. But please remember, you have to keep your child grain-free and casein-free for at least 2 years for the gut to be completely healed. Okay? Because diet affects gut, which affects brain, and brain function affects every single thing for your child. Repeat that with me. Diet affects gut, gut affects brain, and brain function affects everything that is happening to your child. Okay? I do see a lot of questions, and I'm gonna inshallah answer them when I'm a little bit ready. So this is an example of a win from one of our students. So more and more verbal, my heart becoming full. I want everybody to know that I can't believe 6 months ago, he had 0 words. So this is our elite student. 6 months ago, her child had 0 words. And within a couple of months, her child was talking. He is learning things so fast, it proves how much brain fog he had, and it keeps me motivated. And by the way, this is not just 1, 10, 15 people. Almost all our 6MD. Why am I saying almost? Because there are 3 or 4 people who have not completed the program, okay? Due to their religious clashes. So there are sometimes some people who join without understanding that we use animal products, and then probably they are vegetarian. And then, oh my God, I cannot follow this because I have to go against religion. And I would be like, sorry, I'm a very religious person myself. If anybody said there is a option between feeding your child pork and keeping your child autistic, I would have kept him autistic. I mean, severely autistic. He's still on the spectrum, by the way, but nobody can understand. There is no struggle for Muhammad. Okay. but he thinks differently and he feels things differently, which is beautiful, which is very beautiful to see and to be a part of. Okay. So another one, last 2 years, I have spent thousands of dollars in lots of powders and liquid form, but my son refused to take every single one of them. I did not see any result, but from the first day, I noticed the child pooping every day and his mood changed. She's not ever gonna stop the product. And few of those products, I have given you the links at the end, okay? I promise you guys that you're gonna get 755 USD worth of freebies. I'm gonna give you the freebies. If you start using them, you will know that this is the real deal, and you know, you will see progress, inshallah. We did not make any progress with eating challenges yet, but hey, so many achievements can't be ignored as well. This protocol has 5 pillars, so I'm not going to keep trying. If I fell behind with one, I know I will catch up. So why am I also reading out about the challenges? Because sometimes you guys might think, oh, let me join Dr. T and there will be no effing challenges. Sorry, there will be challenges, but you are not going to be alone. Me and my team will always be there with you. You are not going to be alone. You are not going to be left there experimenting. Let me try this or that. No, you're going to be given what really works so that you can break the record of time. Because time is our biggest enemy right now. Your biggest enemy right now. Alhamdulillah, time is now on my side. We are all doing very well. And Alhamdulillah, everything. Okay, so there is no alternative to changing the diet, doing detox, and overhauling the lifestyle. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the pillar 2, 3, and 4 here now, so that you can learn a little bit more. So detox. After basic detox, your child will start showing a lot of interest in food. Okay. And detox, I want to say a little bit about it. So how does detox work? Your child detoxifies their body every single day through poop, majoritarily with poop, with pee, with sweating. Okay. So if your child is not pooping well, if they have constipation, they will always have some form of behaviors, learning, something going on with them. So you have to make sure that your child is not constipated. You might, but please do not try chemical laxatives. I request, I beg of you, please do not do that. Prune juice is 1,000 times better than Miralax. Miralax is gonna create more brain fog. Okay, because all of these laxatives, they have industrial grade chemicals. When I read the ingredient list, I get so, I'm sorry to say, fucking angry, because those are like industrial grade chemicals used to create plastic, to create bottles and things like that. These things are in the medicine. You might ask, how does these things happen? How does this thing happen? So here is how it happens, because I have seen it first with my eyes. So there will be a corporation, a big pharma. Okay, they will see there is a problem going on with constipation. What is the cheapest way to make a child poop? Let's give some industrial grade flow agent that helps powders flow through hoppers, through, you know, tubes that is used in the industry process. Okay, because that is the cheapest. That is the cheapest, because they are here to make what is the thing called profit. I am also in the business of making profit, but I never, alhamdulillah, ruin anybody's life, gut, brain, or heart, because I know about karma, and I don't want to be a billionaire at the expense of people's life. I am very happy wherever I am. Yes, I want to have more students so that I can feel more fulfilled, because every single day when sometimes I do feel sad, you know, I am also human. I do go through angers and frustrations and whatnot. The thing that I do is I go to my win section of the groups, and I spend 5-10 minutes. And wallahi, within 5 minutes, I remember that this is my purpose to keep on going. Because sometimes I will get bashed a lot online for saying things out loud that people don't want to be listening to. Okay. So detox, make sure your child is pooping a lot, no Miralax, use prune juice, use, what is the thing called? Senna, there are many things. And I have also added those in the PDFs. You will get them as well, okay? Check your PDF. So lifestyle changes along with the last two factors improve sleep and mood. So for example, if your child is having handheld gadgets, he's not going to be having, he is going to have trouble with sleep. If your child is not moving, is not playing, is not sweating, he is going to have problem with constipation and mood regulation and hyperactivity as well. Because here's the thing, I don't know why us adults always forget that we were kids. Kids were never meant to sit in one place and then just be adults. They're supposed to be kids. They are supposed to have energy. They are supposed to run around like butterflies. So what is the difference between hyperactivity? Hyperactivity is when you cannot regulate the child's motion. The child wants to sit down, but he cannot sit down. His body feels like there's hundreds of bees inside the body. That is what hyperactivity is. Okay. So if a child is being just naughty or active, it's actually good. You want your child to be active. You don't want your child to be sitting at a corner just playing with his Legos all day long. You want him to be sweating. So another important point is you buy a trampoline, small trampoline, and get it sorted out somewhere in the home and make your child jump on it at least 100 times a day. Make your child jump on a trampoline 100 times a day. It's going to really help with pooping, with also mood regulation, and he will sweat. And when he sweats, he's going to detox much better, okay? Another thing, I'm sorry to say, but make sure you are not having people, guests, friends, parties, or restaurants who are toxic to you. So for example, if you go to a restaurant and they have fried food, they have canola oil, they have seed oils, then you have to say no to those restaurants. It's better you create those food with the good quality oils, which are ghee, butter, olive oil, coconut oil, and sometimes avocado oil, okay? So why do you have to say no to parties? Because if your child has reactivity to sound, noise, to other people's energies, then party is going to make them cranky, okay? We want to go to socialize. I want you to socialize. I have been separated from everybody for 2 years as I was working, but I knew by the end of that time, I will be able to take Muhammad anywhere I want without getting stressed that he's going to have a meltdown. He's going to have an issue about it. Okay? He now can go to loud sound, whatever. Even I have trouble, but he doesn't have trouble. He's happy with that. But there was a time when he would always have like hands on his ears if there was a little bit of noise. Okay? So for the sake of your child, you have to do some form of sacrifices temporarily. I promise, not permanent, temporarily, but you will never regret it. That is also something I promise. Okay. All right. The same person. I want to share this part because she said something very eloquently. Okay. We all choose the correct program and congratulations for that. If you scroll social media, you all know we get so many of these autism healing posts in our feed. Raise your hands or let me know in the chat if this resonates with you. If you scroll social media, you all know you get so many people talking about so many things, right? So honestly, I was terrified as one of my very close friend got scammed when she blindly trusted someone claiming herself as an autism expert. As Dr. T mentioned, you or I, anyone get these certificates online with just $500. Many people selling sprays and stuff, calling themselves detox specialists. Habibi, I bought the same course just to see what they learn. I did not even want to finish after 1/3 of the program. I was like, this is just nothing. You can get that information off Google and now AI. Go to ChatGPT, it's going to give you a lot of information. So a lot of the times when people are calling themselves an expert, they're actually not an expert. You have to also understand their educational background as well. Okay. So Dr. T has beautifully designed this 5 pillars protocol with lots of dedications, and you will only know once you start your journey. So I will leave that to her to say it out and other students of ours. So in just a month, her child has become calmer, started understanding basic commands like sit, give, take. The school teachers say now he's understanding things better. He was picky eater, but now he's eating everything. Want that? I believe you want that, right? Okay. So the last secret that I'm going to teach you that it's going to make or break your result is your child's results and recovery is directly affected by your emotional stability, belief, blocks, and how you parent your child. Okay, how you parent your child. So how we feel affects our thoughts then affects our emotions then determines our actions, and our actions or inactions determines our results. Let me give an example. Right now you are feeling a little excited that, oh my God, there is hope. But then you are thinking, oh my God, I don't have $5,000 that she's going to charge me for this freaking awesome program. So now you start thinking, I am not enough. My bank balance is not enough. Nobody is enough. So when you start feeling not enough, you start feeling depressed. When you start feeling depressed, you either go into angry mode, you start fighting with your husband, why don't you earn more? Or you badger yourself, or you go inward. You stop talking to people, you go into depression mode. And when you are depressed and somebody on the internet or in your life saying there is nothing that you can do for your child, you start believing that. And if you believe that, you're not going to find the solution or try to find the, options. And then your child is going to be exactly where he is. This is just an example. There are millions of things that every single day we do that is the way of things. And this is not something that I made up. This is science-backed. Human psychologist Association of, American Association of Human Psychology and a lot of other global platforms, they do accept this, okay? Our vibration is dictated by our emotions. So our trauma, beliefs, negative beliefs, fears, all holds us back in life. So if you believe that I cannot do it, I'm not enough. I do have 2 students currently struggling to change their child's diet or to give them the, the tonics, that's the specific medicines that we use. And then I have also seen people, same mindset, same fears. 6 months ago, same state, they were also there. But when they started accepting that I have to, follow her mindset pillars, I have to do the trauma healing, I have to go to the trauma classes. We have like 50% of our classes are mindset based on the mother. We help the mother 50% and the child 50%. So you are not going to be alone. You will always have somebody to be with you. Okay. So a lot of the time your fears could be your child is a picky eater, or you can try the DIY, or, there's a lot of money mindset going on, and difference between success and failure is what? Is just mindset. So maybe you have tried stem cell. Maybe you have tried biomedical. Maybe you have tried going diet-wise yourself, but you didn't see the results. Please don't lose hope. Keep trying. If you lose hope, your child loses his success. Your child is waiting for you. Okay? So parenting, which is the 5th pillar, how our mindset is determines how we parent, right? So who here thinks their child is an asset? And who here thinks, you don't have to write it down. You don't have to, identify yourself, because this is a very, very sensitive question. Who here thinks their child is a burden? Any child who is not functioning well, who is not being able to take care of themselves, who is not able to understand, danger and things like that, he is a burden. whether we really accept it or not, whether we give ourselves permission to voice that out or not, he is a burden. And our duty is to change that burden into an asset for himself, for our community, for our future, right? So how you parent your child determines the destination of your child. How you parent your child determines the destination of your child. Okay, so where do you want to see your child? Your child is, of course, the key to Jannah. Yes, there are some of us who thinks that Allah gave us a severely struggling child because he wants us to go to Jannah. You can actually go to Jannah without also struggling. You don't have to struggle to go to Jannah. You want to go to heaven? You can go to heaven without a child struggling, without you being the 24/7, 365 days until you die, caregiver of your child. You can still go to Jannah. This is a wrong thought of some of us. It is coming from the the Maulavis and people who keep on saying that, oh my God, a mother's job is to always sacrifice and cry and give and give and give. No, that's why you are so empty. You have given so much, you are empty. I can still, inshallah, go to Jannah now that my son is doing well. Because now I'm helping hundreds and thousands of moms. But when I was struggling with Muhammad, I was good for nobody. I was good for nobody, not even my husband. I didn't allow him to touch me for 6 months. Yeah? Anyone resonating with this? You don't have to suffer, honeys. You don't have to suffer to go to heaven. You don't have to suffer to see your child survive and thrive. Okay? So, a question for you when faced with problems. So when you are faced with a problem, which path do you take? So for example, XYZ autism success treatment is not going to work because I don't have enough time, money, education support. Okay? So the people who thinks like that A is not going to work because I don't have B. So for example, with the same mother who's thinking that she has to suffer to go to Jannah, I'm not saying I'm misunderstanding you. There are people. The person who wrote, I'm not talking about you, sister. Please don't misunderstand me. What I'm saying is there are hundreds of parents, moms who DM me, okay, saying that I want to try something, but I don't have this. When we say like that, we are actually proving ourselves that we are not enough, and then we are not even gonna try. I want to add something here. Yesterday, we had the biggest snow blizzard ever. And that was the also same day when my snow blower got destroyed. Okay. I have 180-meter long driveway. This is the longest driveway. My home is small, but the driveway is very big. I have the biggest driveway of our neighborhood. Okay. My husband has finger problems. He has some bone problem, and he has a lot of mindset problem as well. He thinks he is not man enough to clean up. So he started pushing me to go to the shopping mall and buy a $1,700 snow thrower. I told him, just because I have the money, you want me to go and then solve it? So he understood that he have to keep on doing the shoveling. Then what I did, I was somebody who always believed that I am weak. I am a girl. I am weak. I am helpless. I have to always wait for the husband to do certain things. I don't have the energy. You know what I did? Not because to save my money. I wanted to prove him a point that he was being lazy. What I did, I got my dress on. I went and I took the shovel and I shoveled half of that 180-meter in 33 minutes. Where else he just did like a few, like 10 steps in a couple of hours, and then every 10 minutes he would come and then he would be like, this is paining, that is paining, this is happening and that is happening. Why am I sharing this? Not to make him look. I got permission from him, by the way. I'm gonna share this. You know why I'm sharing? Because the moment before I made that decision, Before that, I was the weak person. I was the woman who had to either spend the money or fight with the husband, bicker, 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 like, oh my God, you're not this, you're not that, destroy his ego and destroy the marriage. I was in that state. But because of the mindset work I have been doing for years, I told myself, let me just try on my own. So he's saying it's hard. Let me see how hard it is. So when I started doing it, and every single shovel, I kept on saying, Bismillah, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, Bismillah. I kept on getting energy after energy after energy. And I kept on, cleaning up. And when I cleaned that thing up, wallahi, for the last 5 years, he has been shoveling, and I always believed that it was the hardest thing in the world. It was not, until I started doing it. So you might think joining this program or whatever, you want to buy a home, you want to buy a car, you want to get more education, you want to get I don't know, whatever you want or you need. If you think that you cannot, you will give up. 5 years, I kept on saying I cannot. So I have to solve the problem with money. But yesterday, I made the decision to finally try. And when I tried, after I cleared like halfway, I started crying out of happiness. I was like, oh my God, I have this much energy. If I knew I was this much strong, can you guys imagine how far I would have gone in the 5 years that I have been working with autism? Because there have been many years I kept quiet because I was scared of the negative comments. If you are scared of people telling you that you should not stop feeding roti, you should not stop rice, you should not spend this and that, you should not do this and that, they are going to always win. And you and your child is always going to be on their hand like puppets, okay? So what did I do, and what I want to teach you is, if he's not shoveling and I don't want to pay the money, what else can I do? I can try. I went on trying, and when I finished like half of the thing, he was like, oh my God, so there is no other option. I have to do it because now a girl have proven that this is possible. So then he started doing the cleanup, and he completed the whole cleanup. And now after this, after the event today, I'm gonna take him out and then treat him, okay? So if something is not happening, how can you make it happen? I was told every single time, and by the way, you guys can see about autism recovery, about people talking about you can help autism now. 5 years ago, I never saw anybody talking about it. Everything was about maintaining and managing the problem. Everything was about maintaining and managing. The only thing I was able to do was use my own brain. Okay, so if you really want something, you will find a way. If you don't, you will find an excuse or 15 excuses. Who knows? Okay. All right. So another student says this is the only program where we moms get healing session. I mean, I would have never realized how much trauma, guilt, and anger I had inside of me before I started clearing. Now, what is clearing? You will also know in the upcoming sessions, because if you are a student of mine, then you will know. But clearing is how we work on the trauma. Okay, so you have learned about the 5 pillars in a short. I do have a lot of videos, full-length trainings in my YouTube channel. You can go there, spend the time. I am asking you to do this. Please don't, at the same time, do research on other things. This is something that I'm requesting you, maybe a little selfishly. Please give this protocol a few months, only a few months, and try. If the free guidelines is not enough for you, which obviously it cannot, because it cannot contain everything, there is also the smallest thing that we have is a $37 mini course. You can also get that. You can get a lot of benefits from that one as well. Get a lot of teachings. You can also get an example of the clearing thing as well, by the way. Okay. And if you are ready, or if you are somebody who have been our smaller course students and you are ready to go to the bigger program, the full program, we can help you guideline. We can help you reach the dream that you want, that you deserve, that you desire. Okay. You have also learned about the diet and the detox part, and I'm going to give you the strategies as well. And you have also understood That your mindset affects your energy and that affects your results. Yeah. So imagine your child having speech and language, communication, and showing emotional intelligence, calm, happy, joyful, playing with others, sleeping all night long, being independent, understanding danger and not running away, self-care skills, social skills, ability to be in crowds, to be in parties, to be wherever you want your child to go. Everybody close your eyes. Take deep breaths. Relax your shoulders. Keep on breathing. Now visualize your child talking to you. The first sentence Muhammad said was, "Mom, I love you." The best gift I have ever given from Allah was when he said, "I love you." It was also good when I started seeing him playing with others. So see your child playing with other kids, going to public school, doing all the things that a 4, 5, 3, 7, 10, 12-year-old is supposed to do. Imagine your child there. A lot of the times we don't even dare to even imagine. The first step of success, even if you don't do anything, I want you to imagine your child's success first. That's free. You don't have to pay anything. Imagine your child's future. Write down, what do you want your child to be? Who do you want your child to become? And then ask the question to your heart and to your womb. One hand on your heart, one hand on your womb. What do I want to do next? Maybe for some of you, it could be just a simple step, downloading the freebies, downloading the PDFs, and starting the work on it. Maybe for some of you, it would be getting the mini course. Maybe for some of you, it could be just joining the program. And for some of you, it could be nothing. And that is also okay. If you are struggling, if you are so deeply scared, you will need time. Things don't happen in one day, but one step at a time. So you can open your eyes and come back to the class. So how do I actually do this? Anybody else asking the question, how do I actually do this? Get the speech, get the communication, get everything that Dr. T is asking and Dr. T is sharing that her students are getting. Okay. So there are two options. You can do it alone. If you guys have any question, please ask in the chat because we are not going to be allowing anybody to speak because this is a webinar. It's a general event. So ask the question in the group. And if you are a student, you can also ask in your student group. So Larina, if I'm not sure if you are Larina Ben, so you are a student. If you have any questions specific for the protocol, you have to ask it in your group, not in here. So you have two options. Do it alone or do it with a mentor and a community to support you. Okay. So the DIY version I have shared with you. The DIY version I have shared with you, how you can do the things. I am also going to share the freebies with you in a minute. Okay, just give me last 5 minutes. I'm going to talk a little bit about the way if you can do it. If you want us to help you, here is what we are going to help you with. Okay, first of all, with the Ramadan, there is going to be a promo coming up. And if you don't know me or our programs, every Ramadan, we give something extra because the Christian peoples, they do their Christmas, I do Ramadan. Okay, so in Ramadan, we give extra bonuses, but here's the thing. We never discount the price. I will never discount the price. Do you know why? Because somebody who joined one day before the promo. So yesterday, somebody joined us, okay? So she paid us 5,000 US dollars. And now if I give you $500 off, don't you think she's going to feel sad and feel like she's being robbed of $500? And I am extremely loyal to my students. So because of my loyalty, I never reduce the price. I always give more on special occasions. So for Ramadan, you're going to get $10,000 worth of extra bonuses. And the time is until 27th Ramadan. After that, the Ramadan bonuses is going to go away. So specifically for this webinar and this Ramadan, here are the special bonuses that I have never shared before or given. So the first thing that you're going to have is 4 extra one-to-one. We never offered anybody extra one-to-ones for our courses. This is the first time we are offering 4 extra one-to-one sessions. So one-to-one means you and your coach, either me or Azra or some other coach will be on the call. And then you're going to share with her what problems you're having. And we are going to deep dive and customize even more. Okay? And these extra classes, extra one-to-ones alone is making the whole program 50% one-to-one, 50% group. So majority of our programs so far have been like 90% group setting and 10% one-on-one. So 10% one-on-one means there would be 3 individual calls. There would be 3 individual calls that we would give. So there would be a one call from me, detox session. There will be one with the dietitian. There will be one with the lifestyle. There would be one with Azra for the onboarding. But along with all of those, we are also giving you more one-to-one classes. So 4 one-to-one extra, which is worth about $2,000. Then you will also get one-to-one class with our Reiki and Master Prac Lynn. She's going to sit with you and your husband. And then if you guys are struggling through some things, particularly for example, sometimes some moms have a trouble, excuse me, with the father not following the protocol. With the father always fearing or sharing that I don't understand why you are stopping the chips and the chocolates and the ice creams and everything. You are starving my son or daughter. So for those parents who are not understanding, we do this one-to-one session so that we can work on your energetics and also your mindset one-to-one. Okay, you do not have to share things with the group. You can come to the class and then you can share your innermost fears. And that is worth about $455. The third thing that you're going to get as Ramadan bonus is extended payment plan. So typically our payment plan is like this. You start with $2,497 and then you pay 5 monthly installments of $610. But for Ramadan, you're going to do things differently. The upfront will be same, which is $2,497. But the other 5 monthly installments will be broken and extended to 7 monthly installments of $438. So that means you're gonna get 2 months extra to be able to pay up the rest of the amount. Okay. And when you go for extended payment plan, by the way, you are paying $555 more, but you are also getting extra times to pay off that. Okay. And since you are also getting 2 months extra to pay off, you are also getting 2 months extra of coaching. So somebody who joined yesterday, they are going to get only 6 months of coaching. And somebody who starts joining from today until the 27th of Ramadan, they're going to get 8 months of coaching, which in itself is about $3,000 extra that we are giving you. The fifth bonus. So I have a lot of bonuses. Okay, I'm not done yet. There is another 6 bonus, by the way. So hold on. The 5th bonus that you're gonna get is it's incredible. I have decided it last moment. Every single student is gonna get 2 extra. So whether you are on the payment plan or on the full thing, you're gonna get 2 extra dietitian follow-up. Okay, so extra dietitian follow-up means what? When a student joins, they get 1 class with the dietitian, okay? 1 call with the dietitian. So when I'm giving you 2 extra one-to-one, that means you can use the other extra classes to to any time that you are having special problem with the diet. Anytime that you are feeling like you are struggling or going behind. So those 2 extra dietitian calls, I am going to pay on my own for you, which I'm going to spend about $997 to be able to do that. But still, it's a gift for you, because I want, like I said, my intention is to serve as many parents as I want. And in Ramadan, if I'm giving more, inshallah, I will get more. That's a Muslim thing. Like in Ramadan, if we spend $1 or 1 taka or one whatever, we get 10 times, 70 times, or sometimes 700 times, depending on if I can hit the target of Laylatul Qadr. So the 6th bonus is you will have onboarding support, you will have supplement shipping support, you will have lifestyle and supplement one-to-one calls, and the lifestyle calls are kind of unlimited. Okay, the lifestyle calls, you can get several of them. So if you are having, so for example, if you are staying in a country where you cannot get products to be shipped to you, we will help you with that. Because many companies, so for example, we work with doTERRA and Purium, right? So doTERRA does not allow shipping to every countries in the world. So my support team is going to help you with that. And we are not going to charge you $1 extra for that. You are only going to pay whatever is there for you to pay to get the products. That's it. I'm not gonna get any single benefits from you or anybody who orders any supplements through our links. The only thing that we charge is the program price. That's it. So that's our 6 months membership. We call our 6MD students as elites because they are the best. Okay, and they get the best. So the program works with mindset, right? So we have a mindset in our work pillar of the program where you're going to learn NLP, emotional release techniques, overcoming parenting blocks, gaining emotional healing and stability. So for example, when you are stressed, you're going to be stressing the child out. When you are angry, you're going to lash out and scold your child, which is going to affect his mood and affect his brain development. So we want the mom to be always at their best self, okay? And to be at your best self, you cannot push all the time to be your best self. The breath works, the meditations, those things are like management tools, just like therapies. Unless you really address the reason of your continuous upset, continuous depression, then you will always be depressed. You can suppress your emotions, but we don't want you to suppress your emotions. I'm going to teach you, me and my team, we're going to teach you how to really resolve your trauma, your blocks, so that you can live your best life with freedom and joy. The second pillar that we teach our students through the 6MD program is the gut and brain healing diet. And then with that, we will help you with the picky eating. We will help you with the implementation of the full program. And we also are going to help you with the digestion, absorption, whatever problem that comes up during the whole course of the 8 months, because you are going to get 8 months, not 6. We are going to help you with that. And you will have lifetime membership. So anytime you have problems, you will come and ask us questions. And by the way, I have rarely seen our student asking us question after the 1 year mark, because by the 1 year, they have become the expert that I have always intended them to be. Because I want you to be the expert of your child within the next year. Next Ramadan, you're going to be the expert of your child. You no longer will need even Dr. T, inshallah. Okay? So the third pillar is natural and effective detoxification. We're going to give you the custom-made protocol, and I do not use more than 5 supplements. The other 3 things that we use are not supplements. Those are plant and animal-based things. So those are like fruits and vegetable powders, which will help your child with detoxification, with attention, and also with digestion. Okay. The fourth pillar that we're going to teach is how you can build and design your own chemical and toxin-free lifestyle. So you no longer have to go on finding out solutions. All of those things are written for you, very simply laid out for you. You just follow We have the DIY version that you can use. We also give you links for things that you can buy if you are pressed with time, or you don't want to build, you don't want to make your you don't want to make your own laundry. You don't want to make your own floor cleaner. That's okay. We're going to teach you both how to make your own, or if you don't want, you can buy things, and we're going to share the exact links that are good products, not fake products, real good products. And you're going to get benefits for using those products as well. Okay. So last pillar, the fifth pillar is need-based parenting. So in that stage, by the way, the need-based parenting is the stage that makes or breaks the final result. Because the 6 or 8 months that a student is with us, they are very diligent, very diligent. After their coaching session ends, they start thinking that my work is over. I don't have to do. Your hard work, the hard part of the protocol is with me. You're not going to do the hard part of the protocol alone. The hard part is changing the diet. The hard part is doing the detoxification. The hard part is going through the 5 pillars and understanding and maybe giving 1 hour. The least you can do or you need to do is just 1 hour. You have to read the course portal. You have to implement the diet and detox, and that's it. Nothing else you have to do. Okay? So overview of the curriculum, we have built this program and your bonuses to make sure that you can learn easily and effectively. And by the way, yes, our program is $5,000 and it is not cheap. It is not very affordable. But when I compare the 5,000 with the 10 sessions of homeopathy, 15 sessions of whatever that you have spent, or the 10,000 that you have spent on stem cells, some of you have, or the 50,000 that you have spent for the last 5 years of therapies, because therapies in the Western world or Eastern is not cheap. And government gives only a few handful number of therapies for free for those countries that have free support. Even in Canada, a child can get like 3 therapies per week. And to teach your child the memorization part, three classes is not enough. Some kids need like 100 hours per 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So those things adds up, okay? So unlike others, the difference between the other protocols and this one is this. This has not been built by a professional without lived-in experience. Many of the professionals that you go, they have no idea how life is as a autism mom or dad. They have no freaking idea. They have learned about autism in a book. I have learned about autism by being an autistic child, and a mother of an autistic child. And that is something that I'm bringing. That is something that is invaluable to the table. And I'm not your average $500 expert. I have a professional certification, research, lived-in experience, all of those things. I have taught myself. I have spent $50,000 to equip myself with the right knowledges so that I never harm a single one of your child. Our protocol is gentle, but it is effective. And we do not push your child's body to go before it is ready. Even if you push me, Dr. G, I'm ready for the next stage, I would be like, no, tell me where your child is, how he is behaving, what's his sleep, how he is doing all of these things. And then I'm going to tell you if you are ready for the next stage or not. Okay? And here's the thing, our students and also my son started speaking under 1 year of the protocol. So there are coaches, I see they still send their kids to IEP. They still send their kids to speech therapies, and they're talking about autism recovery. And I'm like, how the heck? You haven't recovered autism. So how do you sell yourself as a recovery expert or autism expert? And there are people whose kids needed 10 years for speech development. And they're also charging the same amount as I'm charging. I don't want to say the name, okay? Because if you are following several people, you know who I'm talking about. So you don't have to wait for 10 years for your child to start speaking. Within, inshallah, a few months, your child can start speaking, okay? So 6MD membership is where you are going to get proven 5 pillars protocol and the most in-depth support, accountability, so that you can start seeing results in a matter of few weeks. Just a few weeks. So you do save when you go with us. You do save the peace of mind, which is priceless. If some of you have left your career to become the caretaker of your child, you know that you have kind of lost yourself as well. Is there anybody in the live training right now who have left their job, whatever you were working as, left your job and career just to be a full-time mother? Anybody here? Because I left my job. I was an assistant professor, the youngest assistant professor in my alma mater, in my university. I was a gold medalist, and I left all of that to stay at home and to take care of Muhammad, because even his daycare people wouldn't take him. Yeah. I think I can see people. Yeah. Asher says I am. Sonia says myself. There are people. I have had doctors. I have had pharmacists like Anila, the first person I have shared the win. She is a pharmacist like me. Yeah. And she was able to go back. There are many people who have started going back to their job, our students, because now they have the mental capacity and their child is free of needing support 24/7. Failed therapies, failed biomed therapies, all of those adds up. So even though the program might sound a little on the expensive side, but it's still the best one-time payment, one-time investment that you're going to do. Inshallah, if you understand every single thing that I teach inside the program, especially the mindset part, if you can grab that mindset part and energetics part, you will never need any other program. That is something I guarantee and promise. Okay. So 6MD premium is when somebody paying one time, and 6MD flex is when somebody is paying with the installment. So when you pay installments, you get 7 months to pay it off, and you are paying 5555, means $5,555 because you are getting extra time to pay it off, or you can choose for the one time. And by the way, when you are actually paying us less, we are giving you more. When you are paying us more, you will get a little less, because I want you to actually spend less and only as much as is needed. So if somebody is paying 5,000 in one go, you will have extra $555 discount, right? Because you're not paying the 5555. You are also getting the one-to-one strategy sessions, the REIKI sessions, the follow-up with dietitian call sessions. And apart from the extra bonuses of one-time payment, the usual structure is this for our 6MD people, which is personalized support 5 days a week. So 5 days a week, we have our group where you can ask questions as much as you want. We will answer you every single time. Not a single post goes unanswered. If you think that we missed your post, we are human. Hello. Just let us know and we will answer that. Okay. You will have weekly classes every week, and sometimes twice a week you will have classes. All your detox, lifestyle, diet will be customized, and not just one time. We upgrade the customization every 3 months, which is why you're going to get the extra follow-up dietitian call as well. Okay. And also you're going to get the 5 pillars protocol, the course portal, every single thing that you get, you will get lifetime. We will not take it away from you. You will always have lifetime access to me until I die. And I'm also planning to teach Muhammad and take my position if he wants. But he shows interest more in his father's business, which sometimes, I feel sad, because I thought he's also the neurodiverse. He's going to be the next Dr. M, sorry. Inshallah, let's see. If Allah wants, maybe He will. So this program is for you if you are an over-researched mom who needs one definite, complete guideline. If your child's age and severity does not matter. By the way, whatever your child's age is, we can help you. Okay. Previously, I would only cap until 7 years. After that, I would not take any students. But last year, I did go ahead of my comfort zone, and I have worked with several older kids, and I have seen fabulous results. So now, alhamdulillah, age and severity does not matter. If you want a whole team to be there with you, like I said, you will never be alone. And if you have a question that will I be able to follow the protocol and finish it, I guarantee you will be, because that's how we are building the whole extra one-to-ones and all of these things. Okay. The extra coaching, the extra one-to-one session, the dietitian follow-ups, these were not included last time. These are all included this time. And you do not have to pay extra for this. These are just the Ramadan support or bonus that I want to give you guys, okay? Just one thing, disclaimer, developmental potential differs from kids to kids. So if you see like another 4-year-old, so let's say your child is also 4-year, another student also have a son 4-year-old, her son started talking in 3 months of the protocol, and it's been 3 months, and your child may be just using one word. So not, what I'm saying is like, please do not judge your child's result with another child, because every child's internal situation is different. And we are going to customizedly support you every single step of the way. Okay. All right. So here's one example. I want to share 2 last examples. So the one to the left, Ifat, her son lost the diagnosis in 2 months of following the protocol. That is something incredible for me also. That is a record for me as well. So this child has been diagnosed on last year's August. The mother joined us in December. And then she wrote this in end-ish of January or first week of February. She shared this with us, that the child has lost the diagnosis. I was the one mentioned with some prior behavioral issue, but there is no way that they can tell by spending 45 minutes with him. Even though he passed the test, okay? They are going to reevaluate him in March because of the behavioral concerns that she has mentioned before. Okay. So the first time she got the child got the evaluation was when he was 24 months, and he had all the symptoms and all the behavioral problems. Okay. But within 2 weeks, the child passed all the evaluations and tests. And because he passed all the tests, and within so little gap between the last evaluation and the current, the doctor was like, oh my God, what the heck is going on? I think maybe there is a problem with me. Can you guys please come in 1 month and 2 months, and then we are going to retest him. Okay. So yes, you can lose diagnoses as well. Another one that I want to share is with this mother. Please listen this carefully. I went to doctors and specialists that I had to wait for 1 year on the waiting list for, and they couldn't help me with my son's eating problem. They told me it's picky eating and sensory issues. I was completely hopeless. By the way, her son would only eat cookies from a special brand, outside brand, and milk, nothing else. Only cookies and milk, nothing else. I was completely hopeless, but kept praying to Allah. And after 4 years, I am witnessing my son eat real food. By the way, not because she has been on the protocol for 4 years. Her child age, she has seen the child not eating for 4 years, and then she joined our program. And by the way, this mummy, she joined the last Ramadan bonus period. Okay, she joined me on the last Ramadan bonus period, and then she shared this a couple of months ago. Okay, I am utterly shocked. Alhamdulillah, Dr. Tasnuba's protocol and detox did a miracle in just 1 month. In just 1 month, what no doctor and specialist could ever do, subhanallah. I visited my pediatrician today, and even she was surprised. Okay. So all of this is possible for you. I want to answer a few quick questions because sometimes some people do have some questions and I want to make sure that those questions, the major questions are answered by me. Okay. So what are the results and timeline? This is something that everybody wants to know. Like, for example, I'm joining your program. When will my child get speech and communication? When will my child have become calm and stable? So I have given some stipulation that I have seen inside my program students. By the way, please remember, age of your child when we start with factors. So a 3-year-old would get faster results than a 9-year-old, obviously. The trauma level of the mom. So for example, let's say a 3-year-old can struggle for 3 months, but a 9-year-old child might recover faster because the mother's trauma level was lower. Okay, so trauma level is also a factor and we do work on it very rigorously. So don't worry, you are going to be taken care of. Another thing is how deep and positive your faith is. So if you do not believe the protocol, if you do not believe in your child's abilities, then don't join. Because if you don't believe, I cannot make you believe. Okay, you might be hesitant, then I can show you proof. But if you are somebody who's like, I will never believe that this is going to happen, then please don't join, because this is going to happen only with people who wants for that to happen. Okay, your beliefs creates your actions. Remember I said, and the last thing is how well you do the work, how well you follow the 5 full pillars, how well you do the inner work, how well you do the trauma healing work, and all of those things. So usually for speech and communication, I give that 6 months. Why? We do see speech coming in 1 month. We do see speech coming in 8 months. So I wanted to make sure that it is an amount, top that you can safely, and most of our students, most of the kids, they get a massive amount of speech and communication improvement within 6 months. Calm and stable mood, it takes about 1 to 2 months. Learning and education takes about 4 to 6 months. Sleep and health, 1 to 2 months. Social skills, 2 to 4 months. Self-care and independence, 2 to 3 months. Confidence to conquer challenges, 5 months. Fine and gross motor skills, 1 to 3 months. So these are the timeline which as you can see, most of this that I'm saying that you will get inshallah within 6 months, and you are getting 8 months to achieve that, by the way. So you can go slow if you want. Okay, so what happens after the 6 or 8 months period? So after the 8 months, you will not come to the classes, but you will have access to the recordings, okay? So you will keep on following the protocol for at least 2 years, and make sure you follow it at least 2 years so that you can radically and very deeply solve the problems. Because here is the thing. Sometimes some students see the child goes back to regression when they stop following the protocol after 1 year. Obviously, because you need to let the cement totally dry up for you to go inside the home, right? And start leaning on the wall. So your child needs 2 years to be able to completely heal the brain and the gut and have a very solid result. So your child will not regress back, inshallah. With this protocol, your child is not going to regress back. If you follow it for at least 2 years, you will have lifetime membership and Q&A support as long as you want. Like I said, after 1 year, usually people don't come in because they don't need me. What if I cannot do a certain stage or phase a certain way? Will that affect the result? Well, we customize the protocol anytime and every time that you and your child is struggling with. So it's not extremely rigid. It's not like you have to do stage 1 first and then stage 2. No, you can go to stage 4 and then come back to stage 1. We all do all of this thing based on your comfort level. So anytime that you are not feeling comfortable doing something like really hard, we are going to solve it. We are not going to be extremely rigid. We are not going to leave you alone. We are not going to say, figure it out. No, we are going to help you figure it out, inshallah. Okay. The other thing is there any other thing? No, there's no other thing. I'm done. So I'm gonna go inside and then ask the questions. There is one that
Sir,
there's
I
the
need you
okay.
to explain. They're asking about the difference between YLD and the full program. Can you
Yeah,
please
I saw
explain
that.
that in 3 lines as well?
Okay, I have seen this question, and this one always makes me, feel a little. How to say, Azra, you have more than one kid, right?
Yes,
Which one is better? Which one do you love more? Which one do you love more?
I love all of them equally.
Liar. No mom can love both the kids equally. There is always a
Yes,
favorite, but it's
yes,
not halal.
obviously, the one who is more composed, more well behaved, the one who is
Yes.
achieving more, the one who is the champion in everything, that one is a bit, yes,
So for
closer to the
us,
heart.
it's the elites. It's the 6MD because it's the champion. You know how? So here's the thing. When somebody joins YLD, they can join in the annual or the monthly version. So even with the annual or monthly, they get the course materials month by month by month. When somebody joins the 6MD, the reason why we ask for the upfront, the higher upfront, 2,500-ish front, is because we give everything with that. So when you join, you will get your custom diet, detox, and everything on the go. You will have the full extended library of the elites. Because here's the thing, I have been doing the elites program, the 6MD elites program for 5 years now. The YLD is about 1.5 year old. Okay. YLD is about 1.5 year old. So last December, I launched my second year of YLD. Okay. Second year of YLD. But Elites has been running for 5 years. So the structure that we have for Elite, because of the payment, because you are paying more, we ensure that you get faster results, more support, and faster response from our team. So for example, if somebody is asking a question in the YLD, so Azra goes there and she answers, and I go in the YLD once or twice a week. But for 6MD, I go to the course portal, I go to the students Q&A every single day, minimum 5 days a week. I come to the students group, Facebook group, and I answered them questions. And also 6MD have all of these one-to-ones that YLD don't, because YLD is about half of the price. So the reason why we have two programs, even though all of my business coaches have said, like, why do you don't need two programs, just have one, be known for one. I am known for one. I am known for the 5 pillars protocol. Okay. The reason why I also did YLD is so that if anybody's first problem is the money, that they cannot conceive how they can get the 5,000, then they can at least join with the YLD. But because we are charging you less for YLD, we are personally involved less. But both the programs will give you full containers. So that means you will have the 5 pillars, you will have the same teaching, but implementation support is more in 6MD, which ensures better results or faster results, something like that. But I have seen equal results in both groups, but YLD has more mom approach and 6MD is more us approach. Means in 6MD, the coaches are more involved. Does that answer you guys' question? I hope it does. So I have bought a mini course yesterday. Will I get the Ramadan bonus? So the Ramadan bonus is for anybody who wants to join the 6MD program. Okay. So if you join the 6MD program, you will definitely get the bonuses, if that is the question. If you have any other question, let me know. Okay. The testimonials are really inspiring. Thank you so much. They are. And if you go to www.autismsuccessacademy.com/testimonials, you will see hundreds and hundreds of them. So the mini course is $37. Okay. And give me a minute. I want to share the mini course link with you guys as well if you want. And I don't know why the thing is going on there because okay, so first of all, you guys have been waiting since the end. Azra, can you please go ahead and share the freebie link with our students, not students, with our with our webinar participants? Share the freebie link. So it's a Google Drive. When you go to the Google Drive, you're gonna get all the freebies, the 6 individual things that I have promised to you guys. You're gonna get that. And this is the mini course link. I have shared in the chat. Also, Azra has shared the freebie link. Please check the chat. I have shared the link to the mini course, which is only $37. And Azra has shared the freebie bundle for today's, today's session. So, okay, so there is a question by Praveen. For gut and brain detox, do you test gut and heavy metal testing? Okay, so we do not recommend or ask anybody to do the heavy metal testing, because if you go testing, everybody will have heavy metals, because it is not possible to live without having some form of heavy metals inside the body. If you have your teeth amalgamation, if you have like, cavities or anything that you have filled up, you have heavy metals in your body. If you drink tap water, you have heavy metals in your body. If you eat conventionally grown food, you have heavy metals in your body. That's why I do not like this, because to me, oats test, organic acid test, heavy metal test, these are just like frivolous tests, which scares the poop out of parents. What I do recommend and sometimes need, not all the time, but sometimes, is intolerance test. So food intolerance test. And here's the thing. The other thing that I am sharing is, I'm not going to write it down, but you guys have to listen. This is like a gift for anybody who has been an active listening person. So please email me if you are ready. So when you are ready to join the program, you can get on a clarity call. The link for the clarity call is in your freebie as well, and in the link. So Azra, can you please share the main page link? The main page link. So this one, I want everybody to go. Okay. Use this link to learn more about the programs, about both the about the 6MD one-time payment, 6MD payment plan, extended flex and premium. You can learn about them, and you can also get to book a call. So when you book the call with me, I'm going to sit with you and your husband and we can discuss more. Use the coupon code FREE. Okay? FREE. FREE. So when you book the clarity call and use the coupon, there is a slot, there is a point there where I'm going to ask, do you have a coupon code? Use the word FREE in all caps, FREE. And then if you join the program, then I'm going to pay for your test that I will ask you to pay. I mean, that others are going to pay on their own, but I'm going to pay for you. That is food intolerance test. So a food intolerance test costs anywhere between 200 to 450, depending on where you are, USD, depending on where you are. So in Canada, if you want to do a testing, I have seen I had to give like 550 Canadian dollars to get a thorough test. So I'm going to pay for anybody who is joining the program during this Ramadan. And because you are a webinar student, I'm giving you this. I'm not writing it down anywhere. I'm not going to send this to anybody. This is only for people who have been following very carefully to my words for the last, just as a, extra, I don't know, like you have been listening to me very diligently. I wanted to just give you an extra. So that one I'm going to pay for you. So that is the intolerance test. The other test that we recommend is GI mapping. You do not need any other testing for your child. The only 2 testing that you can do, which helps a child and which helps us to understand the situation is number one, food intolerance. So when you do food intolerance test, we are going to learn which food or which products your child is allergic or intolerant to. And then we can build the diet protocol, the detox protocol based on that, so that we can even minimize the learning curve. And if you do not want to do the testing, we do have alternative ways of doing it at home. I'm going to teach you that inside the program as well, but that will take a little longer because then you're going to experiment. Remember, I say to you guys, if you want to check whether your child has egg intolerance, you will give egg one day and then you will wait for a few days and see how much reactions, just like that. So if you don't want to go through that, obviously you can do the testing. These are the two things, GI mapping and food intolerance. And GI mapping, we are collaborating with a nurse practitioner. And she is going to write and individually customize the reports of the child, of the people who are joining our program, so that we can even accurately understand what the problem is and how we can solve it. Okay. So Ilyana, so this one is mostly about 6MD. We are not promoting YLD because YLD is closed. So we do YLD once a year, and enrollment for YLD is closed. Okay, we are not enrolling at the moment, but you can keep an eye. You can stay connected with me. You can stay connected with the Serenity newsletter. And then sometimes if I open it for a short period of time or only to my subscribers, you will get to know about it. Okay. All right. So I think we have been speaking for about 2 hours now, and I want to make sure that I do not overstretch. I have promised myself I will only talk 2 hours, not more than that. So Azra, did you share the main link as well? Yeah, yes. And also the premium plan and also the flex plan. So individually, these links I'm going to email you as well, because you have registered through email, right? So I'm going to send you the links as well, but the links are here. One thing you have to understand, I get booked very fast. So if you want to talk to me before you want to join, you should run as soon as possible. Okay, I am going to share my, I want to share my Claritical link here as well, because I am this year, inshallah, probably not very much time. I'm going to share the Claritical link publicly. The Claritical link, I mean, you booking the program call with me is only going to happen in some cases. So for example, today I'm sharing the Claritical link with you because you have been here listening to me. Okay. So I have shared the Claritical link. Please click and book, because I get booked very fast. There will be time when all the free slots will be over. And then if all the free slots are over, but you want to join the Ramadan, then you will have to go for the paid calls. But if you do the paid calls, we will give you back the money when you join the program also. So you are not going to lose anything, by the way. When you join us, you are never losing anything. You will get more. Because I remember not being taken care of properly by the people that I was going. So I wanted to make sure that I serve my people really well. So Sonia Rai, who's our student, asking, is there a place or company? Yes, just wait. I am finalizing our, relationship. What is that relationship? I don't know what's the correct word for that is, with the person who's gonna, collaboration. Yeah. So we are gonna finalize the collaboration with the nurse practitioner who's gonna help us with the GI mapping. Because here's the thing. I don't know if you guys know this. You cannot do GI mapping or food intolerance test on your own. You will need a doctor's certification. And lo and behold, doctors don't want to do that. They never want to do that. You have to go to a private practitioner and give them money for them to write, and then only with the prescription you can order a GI mapping or a food intolerance or both. So what we are doing is for our community, for our students, we are trying, like I said, I want you to be the expert. I want you to get all the power in your hand, not to be waiting for doctors to give you a permission to get tested. No, you're going to be able to do all the testing that is necessary on your own. So that is my promise. We are finalizing this. Once we are done with it, as a student, you will get the additional discounts and stuff to be able to take those tests. And we are going to also help you with everything with that. So just stay tuned for that, okay? Like I said, go and click the Clarity Call link to book the call with me to talk about joining the program. Please do not, it's a request. Please do not book a call and not show up, because that is really upsetting. Because when you book a slot of mine, I get booked. And if you are not showing up for a call in between and on the day without letting me know, that slot gets wasted, right? And I would request you to book a slot that you are sure that you can come and show up. And when you show up, you're going to get the understanding of how we can help you even more. So the links for the 6MD program details have been also given. You can go to the 6MD Flex or the main link. And also I have shared the mini course link with you guys as well. So take whatever. And also the first link was the Google Drive, which is the freebie link. And I'm sharing it again here.
I have shared it, sister. I've shared it again.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. So the last link that is going up is for your freebie. Okay. So go download the freebie, go through the things, start working on your own. Sometimes what happens is people needs to do their own experimentation before they can believe it's possible. Okay. So go start the work, and I will see you in the next free event or as a student of 6MD LS. Okay. Thank you so much. I will call it a day. Allah Hafiz. Take care.